Hi everyone, this is AJ. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video. My look ahead for September. Yes, those items that I'm most anticipated for in the month of September. And not only that, those items that I have reluctantly said no to, the ones that I've given the knock to, put on the chopping block when I've had a culling of pre-orders. So let's just get into it. So if you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, then welcome back to the channel. So I do this every month, and the one thing doing this does I notice the most is the passage of time. I do one video at the end of one month, and then soon enough I'm doing another for the next month. It's amazing how quick time passes, especially when you get older. So what does September have in store? Let's find out, but before we do, make sure you do this if you haven't done so already. So September the 5th. September the 5th is an extremely busy day for releases. There's a whole lot of stuff, a whole wealth of stuff coming out, especially if you are a Star Trek fan. Now, I'm a Star Trek fan. Now, all the Star Trek films, the first 6 Star Trek films, are getting a 4K release. But we've been ripped off in the past, haven't we? Yes, about a year ago, a box set was released that contained the first 4 movies in 4K. Just the first 4. Bit odd considering there's 6 to that series. And now, lo and behold, a year later, they release them again. So what am I going to be doing with this, and what have I done in the past? Well, I'll tell you. Now, I'm going to get the Star Trek The Motion Picture Special Edition box set because I adore Star Trek. I know this is a slow burn film and it's not the best Star Trek film and it's somewhat boring, but still a beautiful film nonetheless. And I want that special edition box set. Now, the other 5 Star Trek films, now I have Star Treks 1 to 4 on 4K already via nefarious means. So I have this box set here. And inside I haven't got the Blu-rays. I've actually got the 4K discs of the first 4 films. So I have them on 4K anyway. So I need Star Treks 5 and 6 on 4K. And I will get them, just not this month. I will do my little thing a month later, but basically I won't keep the packaging. They will end up in this box set here, and I'll have all the 4K Star Trek films like this. First 4, like I said, are already in there. So yes, but a lot of Star Trek releases this month. So like I said, just the motion picture for me. Savvy have actually taken the money already at the latter part of last week, but we've had a bank holiday, we've had Royal Mail strike, so I don't know when that's even shipping. But there we go, it'll come when it comes. So another one on the 5th is Peacemaker, season 1 of Peacemaker. The DC TV series, the follow-on, spin-off follow-on from the Suicide Squad. And what a fantastic TV series this was. I fell in love with it a minute from that first episode. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't think I was going to like it because I came away from the Suicide Squad not liking this character of Peacemaker because he's a bit of an idiot and he kills Rick Flag. And Rick Flag was so good in that second one. But there we go. But in this one, he does redeem himself for that. And it's a fantastic series. Looking forward to a sequel, which I hope we will get. Who knows with all the DC cancellations going on. But that's another one on my list. And then keeping with that, in that DC arena, next animated film, Batman Superman Battle of the Super Sons. Now, I've seen the trailer for this, and the trailer looks very, very good. So I am looking forward to this release. Yes. Now, 2 other releases I want to mention. No, sorry, 1 other release I want to mention, sorry. And that is there's a steelbook out for Lethal Weapon. Now, I love Lethal Weapon. I love the film series. I was tempted, but no, because it is only a Blu-ray. Inevitably, a 4K will come of these at some point. Mark my words, they're going to do it. Because what goes on now is they'll release this, people will buy it, then 6 months down the line, oh, here's a 4K set in steelbooks for you. That sort of nonsense occurs, like with Star Trek and like with one of the upcoming releases a bit later on this list. So then next up on September the 12th, there's not really anything out for me. However, I did have Fatal Attraction, the 4K version, on pre-order, but it's one that I cancelled. So why did I cancel it? I honestly don't think this film needed a 4K release. I don't think it warrants it. That being said, it's not a bad film. I enjoy the film. I like the film. And I went out and bought it just the other day. In fact, I bought the HMV Premium Collection version, which is a Blu-ray version that comes with a slipcase. It comes with a poster and art cards. And not only that, it comes with me feeling a whole lot better about myself that I have spent £7.50 on this because it was on the 2 for 15, or £10 if you buy it alone, instead of paying £30 for a 4K version. So I feel better in myself for that very reason, for getting this version instead. And it was that that's made me go out and get this one. So fantastic, fantastic. Another one, now, sorry, let me jump again a week to September the 19th. Now, a very busy release schedule day as well. There's quite a lot out on this day, for me anyway. So we have coming The Lost Boys in 4K. Yes, now I have a special edition version pre-ordered. I'm not sure if it's, I think it's probably Zavi, probably is. So that's on order there, and I love The Lost Boys. It's a film that I was introduced to by my brother. He bought it for me as a birthday gift. I was a bit like, oh, what's this? I'm talking VHS tape days here. I put it in and I loved the film. I fell in love with it. It's fantastic. It really is a joy. You know, from that era, it's so 80s, and it's just a fantastic film all around. So I'm looking forward to what they're doing with the 4K transfer on that one, of course. And then we have Crawl, the alligator film. Now, I'm a sucker for creature features like this, and this is the 4K release, again with a load of bump in it, or a load of tap, as it's called, as I call it. And I will be getting that release as well, because I'm still a sucker for a bit of tap, even though it's tap. And then we have the release of a fantastic film, Elvis in 4K. Now, I do have the steelbook of this on pre-order, but I'm close to cancelling it because I like the artwork on the 4K one instead, where he's in the white suit, the Las Vegas suit that he was renowned for. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful cover. So I'm in two minds what way I'm going to go, and well, we'll find out come that time. Now, this day also sees the release of Indiana Jones. Yes, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, I did get the other 3 steelbooks for this series of film because I love the Indiana Jones films. You know, the 4th one isn't particularly good at all, but there's elements of it there's elements to enjoy within it, I will say that. Now, this is a funny, odd one for me, because much like how I acquired the 4K discs for the Star Treks, I'd done the same with that last release of Indiana Jones. And when they released it, I bought not the steelbook version, I bought the standard release version. However, I sent it back. I wasn't happy with it at all. It was horrible. But I've got the 4Ks. I have got the 4Ks. And then I did get the 4K steelbooks. Someone was selling them on eBay, and I bought the 4 steelbooks for £35. 4 white steelbooks. Not very good steelbooks. But I got them all for 35 quid. So really, I got that steelbook set for £35 because 4K discs cost me nothing. Don't ask me how. Anyway, so that brings me to the new steelbooks. I did get the new steelbooks because I am still here because they have the classic artwork on them. So obviously, yes, I got Raiders. I got Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. I got Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And I also have here Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But from a different set. This is the Blu-ray version. Yes, I've got no J card with it, but there you go. So I do have 4K steelbook versions for all 4 films. So obviously I know it's different. It's green on the side and black on them. I don't really care. It's got embossing on it. It's a steelbook. I've got all 4 on steelbook. So do I need another steelbook with that artwork with a 4K? And when I have got the film on 4K anyway, I've got 3 of them twice now on 4K. So no, I don't. I don't need that. So that one is one that's hit the chopping block as well for that very reason. But also on September the 9th, we are being treated to a release of Batman The Long Halloween. Yes, now I know this came out before. The Long Halloween is a animated film, or it was in 2 parts, based upon a graphic novel by Tim Sale. Forget the other fellow who worked on the graphic novel, but it's a very famous graphic novel within comic book realms, and this was a fantastic 2-parter. I did enjoy it. Now what they've done is they've combined the 2 of them into one long film, one almost 3-hour, 2.5-hour film, animated film. Now I did get the Dark Knight Returns one. I imported it. Over here we did get the release of the Death of Superman and the Reign of the Superman joint. I got that one as well, and I do want this one, this Batman Long Halloween. That being said, it's probably one I'm going to wait for until the price reduces, but we shall see how that one pans out anyway. So now I'm going to jump forward to September the 26th. Again, it's a big release, because on this day you have Jurassic World Dominion being released. Now, for me, I'll be honest, I've actually pre-ordered the Zavvi Steelbook version, the big release. But I don't think that's out this month. I don't know, I'd have to check on that. But I think that's out a little bit later, so I'm happy to wait for that. But yes, so that is out, so I will be getting it at some juncture. Now, the other release that was out, and I said goodbye to it.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.
And this was the Zavvi First Blood 4K release. You had maybe 3 releases, 2 £50 ones or £60 ones, and a £100 one, just for one film with a load of stuff in it. But it's all paper product. It's all paper, which is cheap to make. So anyway, so thusly, I had the big one on pre-order, and I had the smaller one on pre-order, the £100 and the £60 one, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, right? Because what I do is when something comes out and I'm mildly interested, I will pre-order it to secure it at that point, and then further down the line, because I don't take the money, further down the line I'll either keep it because I'll get it, or I'll cancel it and let it go. Now this one here I have cancelled. I've got rid of both of them. I don't want them. I'm not prepared to pay that sort of money for them. That's just crazy. That is stupidness. No. You know, got to have a semblance of sense here, right? We're going into Christmas. We're going into colder weather season where everything, you know, electricity, gas, everything, petrol is all lumped up in price. Prices in the shops are increasing. What are we going to do? I've got to keep a clear head with stuff. So these I've said goodbye to them. I'm not entertaining them. Yes, I know that the Jurassic Park release is like £100 or whatever it is for that, but you've got all 6 films in there in 4K, and I maybe have a couple of them in 4K, not all of them, and these are all steelbooks. So when you work out the price, you know, for 6 films, it's actually worth it. You know, you can justify it by breaking it down as individual steelbooks, and the cost is lower than if you was buying an individual steelbook of the film. See what I'm saying? Plus you get the nice tin that wraps around it. So that's my sort of justification there. Yes, that being said, if it comes to the point where I haven't got the money for it at that point, but I have sort of squirreled away for it, then I would knock it on the head. Knock that one on the head. But yeah, so that's just a look ahead to September. Busy month. Busy old month. We've got to remember that this whole time of year is going to start getting ramped up with releases, because you've got the holiday season approaching. You've got Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
And they want to sell this stuff for Christmas presents. So you're going to see more and more releases in these coming months, because that's what these companies do. Now, a little bit of another chat here. On the plus side of we're getting a lot of releases coming out, a lot of these premium releases, these prestige sort of releases. Now, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? We can weigh it up. Now, on the one hand, it's a bad thing, and I've done a video on this because it's getting tiresome. It's getting tiresome that we're getting the same titles released over and over again. That part is very annoying. The Star Treks, the Indiana Jones, all this sort of stuff. There's other titles as well, and it's doing my nuts in. It's really detracting from collecting. It's making collecting somewhat boring, somewhat taking the fun out of it. But also, on the plus side of this, with the increase in cost of living and all this sort of stuff, and the increase in these special releases, people aren't buying them. The sales are dropping, the sales are teetering backwards, and with the more different ones coming out, people have got to make choices. I've got to make choices, everyone has, as to what they're going to get and what they're going to let go. Thus meaning that these stay in stock and eventually end up as a sale price. Now, I did pick up somewhere here just the other day, but I haven't got it here. It's gone somewhere, I don't know where it is. The Green Mile. The Green Mile, big chunky one with the book and all that sort of stuff in it, for just over 20 quid, £22 I picked it up for, 4K version. Now, when that came out, I don't know if that was 30, 35, £40, I'm not entirely sure, but I picked it up at that price because it hasn't sold out, and it's a fantastic film. So I'm very happy that I didn't buy that at full price, that it was one that I had to have on pre-order and I'd cancelled at the time, but now I've picked it up cheaper than what it was, and that's what will happen with a lot of this stuff. So it is worth maybe taking a back seat, letting it ride out, and picking it up later down the line. Not only that, you will find this stuff coming onto eBay a lot quicker, a lot easier to pick up, because people are selling stuff for the same reasons what I've just discussed. The issues with the crisis going on. But yeah, so there's a positive and a negative there. But yeah, anyway, this is AJ. Thanks for watching. I will be back with another one for October at the end of September, having a look forward to then. So I'll see you then. Or I'll see you before then. Hit the subscribe button, come join the channel. Let me know what titles you're going to be getting this month. What are you looking forward to? Or have you had to cut back as well? Let me know in the comments below. See you later. Take care all and goodbye.